I cannot believe Trump actually did it. He wasn't going to get his indictment on Comey or any of the people who he believes he needs to have these charges filed against, that he literally sends out a tweet or truth telling Pam Bondi, you got to put these people in jail because 30 people got upset. And because 30 people tweeted him, he said, oh, we got to lock these people up. Even though there was no foundation for actually charging them, Trump's attorney that had prosecutorial experience said there's not enough here to actually prosecute. So Trump just fires him and looks around and says, you have a law degree, come over here and I want you to prosecute James Comey. You know how stupid and bad that is? Let me try to explain this to you. Under our system of law, prosecutors have a very specific way that they are supposed to approach every single case in order to protect the rights of the accused. Just sort of like what's happening right now with the kid who was alleged to have shot Charlie Kirk, right? Because he was exposed and all this stuff, there is a potential that he could not face certain charges or may even have a path to get off because of how badly it was handled, that it was disclosed and all these other things that creates problems. There are ways how things are supposed to be handled, but they are handled in a very specific way in order to protect your rights from an executive in government from just simply not liking you, or an attorney who simply doesn't like you and then throws you in jail or sues you just because, you don't smile properly, you don't kiss their butt properly, you're not doing the things that they want you to do, so they sue you or throw you in jail. Now, I know if you're a conservative, you think, well, that's not what Trump is doing. Let me explain this to you. What Trump is doing is an attorney who was there with massive prosecutorial experience, examined the data, and said there's not enough data here to go forward. If you allow executives in government to say, I just don't like that person and I don't care what the facts are, I don't care if attorneys that I hire say that there isn't enough evidence, or that evidence has come out because there were other investigations and other things that cleared the individual, and that you can't really do double jeopardy or just invent crime to lock up the person the executive doesn't like. Let me tell you how that works. So the executives are more than just the president in our society. Those are mayors, those are governors. So let's just take an example. You're a conservative. I'm assuming you like certain conservative actors. James Wood, maybe some others, right? You like conservative comedians and podcasters that live here, say in Los Angeles. Let me tell you what the mayor of Los Angeles could do if you're saying that this is somehow okay, and the reason why it will be bad, I'll explain to you afterward, why it will probably completely fail. Because what the mayor of Los Angeles could do is say, I really don't like those actors. They are saying bad things. Those are terrible conservative actors. They are supporting my opponents. Oh my God, those are terrible people, Mr. Prosecutor. I need you to go over there and lock them up. And the prosecutor looks over at the mayor and says, yeah, Madam Mayor, I get this, but you know what? There's not enough evidence for us to prosecute him. And what does she say? I don't know, that actor's just a terrible actor. You saw his last film, her last film? That son of a bitch is not funny. He's a comedian. People are paying him all this money for these comedic movies and these things. But you know what? He's not funny. And for that alone, we should throw him in jail. I give you 72 hours to put him in jail. Because an executive is an executive in our society. The mayor is the executive of a city, the governor is the executive of the state, and the president is the executive of the country. All of them have this supposed power that you're trying to grant to the executive as the president. Like, say, my governor, Gavin Newsom. I like the guy. What would happen if he just decided to, I don't know, throw away a bunch of conservatives in our great state? Just because, 72 hours, put them in jail. Why? They're terrible people. That's it. I don't care. There's not enough evidence to warrant a crime. Sorry. You see, that's what's supposed to happen. That's why in our judicial system, in order to get the indictment, there is a level of evidence that must be proved, the likelihood of being able to successfully obtain a conviction. That sort of thing, right? The rights of the accused must be protected, because otherwise, yes, if they don't like you, they just put you in jail. I don't know, you walk funny. What the hell? Throw you in jail for that. That's not how it works. It's not how it's ever supposed to work. And we've been allowing this to happen too long. The first place where this happened, if you want to look up as to where this started, was in New York with the former, what is going to be the former mayor of New York, and the effort by Tom Homan and others to blackmail him by basically saying, we'll look the other way on your corruption charges, but if you are willing, but we're going to hold that over your head, and if you ever don't do as we say, we'll just prosecute you for the crime of the corruption, and your career is over along with your freedom. Sword of Damocles. It's prosecutorial misconduct, actually. And it's the problem that I've always had with New York, because New York was where this all started. And New York is where this should all be able to end. And hopefully, Ramaswamy, if he gets in there, I'm very hopeful that what he will do is what New York hopefully is still trying to do or should do. Because Stormy Daniels' original attorney, that first attorney, I forgot his damn name, he got arrested for doing this sort of thing. An attorney cannot just sue you for nothing, sue you for just pure pleasure, or just to punish you. They can't do that. An attorney can go to jail for it. They can lose their license for it. It's extortion. It's not just bribery. It's legal extortion, and you can lose your license and go to jail for it. And New York needs to stand up to that effect. This is what is happening in this country, and it's wrong. And hopefully the judges will realize that this is double jeopardy, that the president didn't like what the previous attorney said, which was, no, there's not enough evidence here. Trump gets upset, finds another person. That's double jeopardy. That's wrong. And if it's right, then every single mayor and every single governor is just going to start locking up people on the other side, just because it's a day ending in the letter Y, and they'll come up with some sort of crime. They'll invent anything, because it really won't matter. You've done something, whatever that is. God only knows what it is, but we'll find something. That's not how it's supposed to work. What Trump is doing is wrong. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get to work. Let's get out there on October 18th. And yes, in November, go fucking vote. California needs to be able to match redistricting to other states. So you got to get out there and you got to fight, because what Trump is doing is beyond wrong. Because if you don't think that this sort of situation is coming for you as an individual, if the president can literally just decide, or an executive can just decide that they don't like you and therefore throw you in jail on whatever charges any attorney can come up with, then you are not free and you are not safe. Like, share, subscribe. Talk to you soon. Get to work.